cleaning drum brakes on a 2006 GMC. I think they started putting drum brakes on those trucks in 2005, the present year. But first thing you got to do is take out the center cap. The lugs on here are 22mm, 22. And you can either use a long breaker bar, this is a torque wrench, but breaker bar kind of looks like this. Or you can use a impact gun. Wheel off. If it's the first time taking the drums off, they're going to have little clips over here holding them on, but this one does not. So it should just pull it right off. There we go. Nice and dirty. You could also use, I think these are like 10mm holes over there. You can put bolts through them and pull off the drum that way. But as you see, the drum's pretty dirty. We're going to clean it up. You get your brake drum, it's pretty dirty. You can rinse it out with water. I like to use this better than brake cleaner. And then just rinse it out and let it dry. Just like so it's real clean. One more. Let it dry in the sun. While your drum is drying, take some brake cleaner. Any brake cleaner works fine. And start rinsing down the whole brake drum assembly. Don't get too much on the shoes. You shouldn't really get this stuff on the shoes, but a little bit's okay. Just don't go crazy on them. But keep going until it's clean, and the runoff is clean. Definitely keep a pan underneath it because it makes a mess. Brake assembly dry for a little bit, and then what you really should do, you have 6 contact points and the adjuster, that would be 7, but you really want to pull back the brake shoe like so, just a little bit, peel it back, and then put a little grease on a brush here, there, 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 and there. I don't really like to put metal on the brake drum shoe, so I put a little piece of plastic in it, and here I am. I'm just going to put a little grease on here. It doesn't have to be perfect, you can wipe out the excess. And just keep doing that all around. Continue doing it on the other side. And all the other spots. Grease the adjuster too. You have threads over here. And over here is your little star wheel. You want to keep a little grease on each, so it slides nice. In theory, this is supposed to self-adjust as the brake drums were, but usually it does not work correctly. We greased everything. Now we can adjust our drum brakes. You got your star wheel right here. It's only going to turn one way. You have a little stopper, or a little pole, I guess you could call it, right here. Pull up on it. Click. We just adjusted it one click. So now we can put our drum on and just keep tightening it until you have a little bit of resistance. These brakes were a little bit glazed, so I'm just going to knock down the shoes with a little 120 grit. Anything like 80 to 120 is a fine grit for this. Scuffed our brake drum shoes. Now, since our drum is a little glazed up, we're just going to do the same thing. Put the drum on like this. Go around and lightly sand it all around. Get the glaze off. After cleaning your drums, wash them out with brake cleaner to get all the contaminants off. We only gave the shoes one click, but it was kind of tight when we took it off. But you see your drum still fits on. Ideally, you should have the other wheel off the ground. You can feel how much resistance there is, but I think we're going to go maybe 2 more clicks. Get a nice tight drum. and just keep refitting it. There also is a plug in the back too. You can just stick a brake tool. I like doing it this way because you see that drum still fits on it. One more click. And I think that's it. I have to back it off. I'm still going to go on. I call that good right there. Also, I forgot to add, we're done here. I'm not going to take this off, but you should really inspect that wheel cylinder up top for leaks. And in the back, you have the brake line. Inspect that for any corrosion. Goes all the way up here. You have a brake hose too. Inspect that for cracks, just to make sure everything is good in the back. I put the wheel back on, tighten up all their 6 lugs to, well, the torque spec on these 140 foot-pounds. I do it a little bit less because it's really no big deal, but torque them all down, wheels on tight, and you should be all set.